Waiting on a press conference to start. In the meantime, here is what we know right now. You are taking a look at video from this scene and the little girl's photo. Just after 6 this morning, police say a vehicle that was left running with a 4-year-old in the car seat was stolen by an unknown person in the 1300 block of 14.5 Street in Rock Island. At around 6:24 a.m., that vehicle was found in the area of 8th Street and 15th Avenue, but the child was not in the vehicle.
Police say her name is Blessing. She's 3 feet tall, 50 pounds. She's wearing a pink jacket, pink boots, and blue pants. Police say they're using all resources available to them, including canvassing the neighborhood and using drones. Earlier, we heard from her daycare provider.
She's a very sweet little girl. She's quiet. If you just call her name, she'll probably look at you. She's not going to speak. But just get her, if she looks at you, let her know she's okay. Let her know she's okay. Get her to a police. She's not going to really speak because she don't know you. But just if you see her, just get her.
That press conference is now starting. Let's go ahead and take a listen in.
7 minutes after 6 in the morning, reference a stolen vehicle. We also a couple minutes later learned that a 4-year-old was in the back seat. About 10 minutes after 6, officers were dispatched and arrived on scene at that time. Started searching the area for the vehicle that was involved, including the suspect license plate and any descriptions that we had. At 6:17, there was an attempt to locate region-wide placed on the vehicle, so within 7 minutes of officers arriving on scene. We located that vehicle at 6:24 a.m. in the area of 8th Street and 15th Avenue abandoned. It was unoccupied. There were no booster seats or car seats in the vehicle. State Police was notified shortly thereafter, and an Amber Alert was put out at 6:42. I know there's going to be some concerns about why that didn't go out on the phone, and I'll do my best to address that here in a moment. So it did go through to the Springfield Amber Alert Clearinghouse. We immediately requested the assistance of Rock Island County Sheriff's Department, Moline Police Department, and with their drones and our drone, we put those up in the air, searching the area where both the suspect vehicle was located and where it was originally stolen from. So you have the picture, and we can give those to you well of our missing juvenile. It was 4-year-old Blessing is her name. The description that was given to us is that she's wearing a pink coat, she's wearing blue pants and pink boots. Now, as you can imagine, there's been a lot of information that's been coming in as we put this information out to the public as best we can. But we have a lot of resources that are being dedicated to this, including I've got officers from Rock Island County Sheriff's Department, Moline Police Department, I've got Illinois State Police, the FBI is involved, and the Quad City Missing Persons Network, who have actually brought some people in to help us search the area. I know there's been some questions about asking for basically to have a search party put together by the general public. We would caution against that right now because it's very difficult to manage all of that and those people. But we are going door to door with the picture of Blessing, and we're hoping that at this point she is just got out of the car early on and is in our residence right now. So with that information out there, we are still working through trying to check every box on this situation. If you have any questions, I'll take those now.
Do you care, what was the make and model of the car? If we can put that description out, it might be helpful.
Well, I'm sorry, we've already recovered that vehicle. So that vehicle, and we have it actually on video from the department, the city's cameras all around the city. We've been able to track that, and we are working that whole route to see at any point in time. But we actually believe that vehicle was only used for about a few minutes afterwards until it was abandoned. Now, I will also say that there are several stolen vehicles that were that occurred last night, and several of them have not been recovered. So it's possible that Blessing was transferred to another vehicle. Some of the vehicles that we have not recovered yet is a gray Nissan Rogue with Virginia license plate UEV 4867. That was stolen out of Davenport at about 5 o'clock in the morning. We've been utilizing our license plate reader system to track some of these vehicles. We're also missing a black Kia Sportage stolen out of Rock Island at about midnight. That was last seen on LPR going into Davenport at about 3:40 a.m. We have a tan Chevy Malibu that has Iowa MMU 635 stolen out of Rock Island at about 4:26 in the morning. Last seen on LPR at about, I think going over about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, that was last seen in the area of 15th Avenue in Rock Island, as we believe. I don't think I gave you the license plate for the black Kia Sportage, because I don't have that license plate right now. I'm guessing that's our Amber Alert.
That's the Amber.
But probably the one that we're looking for the most right now is a white Dodge Dart with Illinois license plate EG 92693. We believe that from city cameras, we were able to see the vehicle traveling with another white vehicle. We have not been able to verify if this is the other vehicle, but that's our primary focus right now. We did recover another white vehicle that was stolen in the area of Maple Ridge this morning. Again, we cannot confirm which was the white vehicle that was with our other stolen vehicle. I don't have a, oh, I'm sorry, I do. If I didn't give you that, it's EG 92693, and that was stolen out of Rock Island, last seen on LPR in East Moline at about 1:17 in the morning. Regards to the Amber Alert, we did initiate that, and I think there's a lot of concerns about why until now did it just not go out over the phone. There are criteria as this goes through Springfield about when they can release this out over the phones. The criteria includes whether or not there is a suspect vehicle that we're looking for, or if there is a suspect that's associated with this. We didn't have those at the time, but that information didn't go out. Beyond that, I'm going to have to refer you to the Illinois State Police because I just don't really have any more information about why it's just now getting out.
Chief, is this looking like it was a targeted kidnapping? Was this little girl? Was this a random type of vehicle where it was like, oh, there's a kid in the car, or was somebody after this kid?
You know, we obviously aren't going to rule anything out, and are looking at all possibilities. But at this time, with the number of stolen vehicles that happened overnight, we believe that this was probably inadvertent, that the child happened to be in the back seat of the car at the time. And we're hoping that there are people, even anonymously, that can give us the information about where that child was taken out of the car or where that child is right now. Our hope is that she's safe inside a house nearby in the neighborhoods, and that's why we're going door to door with her picture right now. I can tell you that there was initially a language barrier with our complainants, so some of the information was a little slow to get out, but I think we did get that information out to the Quad Cities as fast as possible.
Chief, can you, is this normal for this many stolen cars?
No. I would say the number of stolen vehicles has remained pretty consistent for a while. We typically will get one or two in an evening or during the course of a 24-hour period, if that. I can say that there was definitely a lot more that were brought out, were stolen last night. And I don't have the numbers from the other agencies in the Quad Cities, but I believe that they've also had some as well.
Is there any particular public tips or reasons why you are searching the specific areas that you're searching, or is it just all connection to those stolen cars?
It's all in connection to the stolen vehicles. You know, the tips that we always tell everybody is to keep your doors locked on your cars, even if they're warming up, if you've got another key or a remote start or something like that. I would also caution, there's a lot of, I should say, negativity that's directed towards the mother in this case. This happened in seconds. And that's what we try to tell people, that you can take one child and put them in the car and then go back to the house to get another child, and in the meantime, that car's gone. It's that fast. So I would caution everybody to not point fingers at the mother in this case.
And Chief, you also, just for reporting info, repeat all of that at timeline, just one word, final time of the timeline.
Sure. We received the original call for service at 6:07 a.m. Within a couple minutes, we learned that there was a child in the back seat. The officer arrived on scene at 6:10, so 3 minutes later after getting the call for service. At 6:17, the information that we received through taking that report was put out region-wide on the vehicle. At 6:24 a.m., the vehicle was located at 8th Street and 15th Avenue area, unoccupied. And there were no booster seats in the vehicle, which there reportedly were about 3 in the vehicle at the time it was stolen. We immediately, at about 6:32, I believe, is when state police was notified, and at 6:42, according to our notes, and I know I was at home and we were directing this information to happen at the time over the phone to get the Amber Alert out there. That happened, I believe, officially at 6:42. However, that was already in the works prior to that. Springfield Amber Alert Clearinghouse happened at 6:53. We had drones during this time frame. We were I was reaching out to the other agencies and having them provide drones. At any given time, we had 4 drones in the air.
Lieutenant Bueller, call right now. Lieutenant Bueller, call
And
right
those drones, have the ability to look at heat signatures as well.
Are they still up?
Some of them are, and some of them aren't. We've been going back and forth. Once we've checked the initial areas, we have to recharge some of their batteries, change out things like that. So I couldn't tell you exactly right now.
But they're still in use?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Chief, is there a reason why the crime scene tape is being put up at the first scene? And do you anticipate any road blockings or further road blockings as this progresses?
I don't anticipate any roadblocks or anything like that, but the crime scene is just to really preserve that information in case this becomes much more tragic than it already is.
Okay, and do you have any sort of suspect description or possibility of a tip that you're looking for?
I don't have anything that I can release right now. We do have some people that we believe could be involved, some of our regular car thieves, and that's what we're looking at. But again, I would really ask for the public's help in any information that they can provide. Have them contact our front desk. We have somebody manning that. It's 309-732-2677. They can also contact Crime Stoppers if they need to as well. But anonymously is fine. Our main focus right now is finding Blessing.
Can we get a laundry list of those vehicles sent to us with the license plates and everything?
Absolutely.
That would be the best way for us to distribute them.
Absolutely.
Your main focus right now is all about, you don't care about getting people stealing the cars.
No.
The young girl.
No, that primary focus right now is just finding her safe and getting her home.
What does the timeline look for the rest of the day regarding the search?
Well, I have to coordinate with the supervisors that are in the areas that are going door to door. We've got basically people that are assigned to go door to door and just keep spreading out wide. We've covered a lot of that already right now to see, but there are a lot of people that are gone to work or already away from home, and so we're just doing the best we can. I think we've got enough people in the area that for coordinating right now, but that's our main focus.
You said there was no car seat or booster seat found in the car at the time of?
That's correct.
Okay.
But they were in there when the woman left, when the person left the car, when the adult left the car unattended.
Correct.
Okay.
Ring camera videos, surveillance camera videos are all important to you. How do people, is it just give you guys a call like you suggested, or is there another way they can help you with potential videos for those areas if they have them?
Well, if they do have them and they want to review those and see if there's anything that's helpful, that will be a start. But as we go door to door, we're going to be checking for those anyway. And we've already recovered some in the area, so.
Chief, in that area where you found the car, I noticed there were quite a few boarded up homes and looks like apartment complexes. Have you checked all those buildings and houses in that area inside?
You know, if it's already boarded up and there's no access to be able to get in there, we're not going to pull the boards off to go inside. But anything that we find it remotely, no stone's going to be left unturned on something like that. So if there is a vacant residence that is unsecured, yeah, absolutely, it'll be searched. Any other questions? We're going to give out regular updates as we can. As soon as I get any information, and we'll put it out on social media and do a press release as soon as I know anything more.
Can you pronounce her last name, or give them her full name again?
You know what? I'm gonna send that to you. You know, because I don't want to get it wrong. Why don't I get that information out to you here in short order? I'm sorry?
The pronunciation of it?
Correct. Actually, I'm not 100% sure the pronunciation, but we'll get you the full information. So.
Can I get you a minute for a short video for us?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, folks.
And that was a press conference from Rock Island Police about the Amber Alert out of Rock Island.
Yeah, we just want to reiterate some of those details. First, just want to describe to you again what she was wearing. We know that she was wearing a pink coat, blue pants, and pink boots. Again, she's about 3 feet tall and weighs around 50 pounds. Her name is Blessing. We also want to reiterate that they said that the car seat was not found in the car when that car was recovered. They said there were several stolen vehicles last night, one in particular that they are wanting people to keep an eye out for, and that is a white Dodge Dart, Illinois license plate EG 92693. Now, they do say that they did have a couple of people who are regular car thieves who they said they might be looking into, but at this time they do not have a suspect description for us to give to you guys. So that's something that they're looking into. They also mentioned that they are not ruling anything out in this situation, though, again, with the number of stolen vehicles right now, they believe that this was possibly an inadvertent situation. But again, we're going to continue to track this throughout the day. We will have team coverage here on your news coming up at 11 and noon and throughout the rest of the day. If you have any information, of course, call 911. You can also call the Rock Island number, and that is 309-732-2677. Again, that's 309-732-2677. If you see anything, you know anything, please call police. Thanks for joining us.